community, actually, in a Sacred Heart community. Dito ko nalaman about the Eucharist, the essence of Eucharist at saka yung Blessed Sacrament. You know, there's a lot of things na na-experience ko about Blessed Sacrament. Kagaya na sinabi nga ni Sister Vicky kanina, kagaya na sinabi ni Sister Flor kanina, and also Sister Marley, doon mapapansin, while you are in silence, makikita mo talaga yung if you want na mag-ask, Lord, sana buksan mo aking puso. Doon mo makikita ang pagmamahal ng Panginoon. And so, brothers and sisters, yun yung na-experience ko about the Eucharist and Blessed Sacrament. At ngayon, brothers and sisters, kagaya na nabanggit ni Sister Marlene kanina about yung Delexit Nos, it was mentioned that Pope Francis, sabi niya, it is a human divine love of Jesus. And you know, ang isang nakita namin is, ang isang nag-trigger sa akin sa discussion niya, is about ito. The Sacred Heart devotion is also a Eucharist. Do you believe this? Kasi kaya nga nabanggit ka kanina, it was the Eucharist that St. Newman encountered the living heart of Jesus, capable of setting us free, giving meaning to each moment of our lives, and bestowing true peace. At the same time, Pope Francis also mentioned, for a return of the heart of Jesus, which is the Eucharist, as the foundation for the personal communal transformation, highlighting love as force behind mission and evangelization. You know, brothers and sisters, before nandito ako sa harapan ninyo, dito ako natuto. Dito ko nalaman na yung puso ng Panginoon nandun sa Eucharist at na-transform ako, and now I am here standing in front of you. I am a sinner before, now I am a server. Okay? And as mentioned pa, is Jesus is calling us to sending us forth to spread good news in our world. Whatever we may be, we can hear His call and realize that He is sending us forth to carry out that mission. In this point, hindi lang po ako. Probably later on, kayo rin. It is not my mission. It is not our mission, but it is all our mission. And so, let's begin with this one. Ano po itong book na ito? Sino po ba yung sa inyo yung nakatapos na ng 33 days to consecration kay St. Joseph? Yung Eucharistic, yung Morning Glory, 33 days? Yes, tapos na. And so, ito naman po. 33 days to Eucharistic Glory. Ano kaya ito? This is the first ever guide to Eucharist consecration. Ito po na i-discuss na namin ito noong May 31. And habang with Father Rolly, dito siguro ma-explain ko rin later on sa inyo ano yung observation. Ito, the 33 days to Eucharist glory is an unprecedented spiritual resource. It will draw you or us closer to Jesus in Eucharist, the single greatest source of grace in the world. Ano yung benefits para sa atin? We will learn the astonishing history of the Eucharist. Doon nabanggit na kanina ni Sister Flor, yung mga iba, more by na ma-explore ninyo about the history of the Eucharist. Number 2, dive into the Bible for profound wisdom. And also, doon na ipakita ni Sister Marlene kanina yung mga saints na who are devoted to the Sacred Heart. Mamimit nyo rin sila. There are saints who live in Eucharist glory. day by day, mababasa nyo to and apply practical lessons to your daily life. And every day, meron nakalagay doon na lesson for today. Kung ano yung binasa nyo, what lesson did you learn about that topic? And the third one, adopt a daily virtue to strengthen your faith. Every day po, meron nakalagay doon na virtue. So, sa 33 days, meron kayong 32 na virtues na malalaman. And that virtue, yun yung i-reflect natin, yun yung isasabuhay natin every day. And experience daily spiritual communion with God. Sabi na dito, in all an easy to follow daily format that takes just 15 minutes a day lang po. Kung meron tayong 30 minutes, 1 hour na consume sa pag-Facebook, this is only 15 minutes. Babasahin lang po natin. And, okay, ito na. Ang mo pala dito, ang author is si Matthew Kelly. At sa book na ito, ay wala. Sayang, yung book pala doon. May mga books po tayo doon, ha? Mamaya, isasabihin po namin. Yung book na yun, yung itong 33 days to Eucharistic Glory, ganito po yun. Though, ito po yung original. Kaya lang mahal kasi 300 plus. Pero yung meron tayong Xerox copy doon, which is 150 lang. Dito sa 33 days to Eucharistic Glory, ang sabi ni Matthew Kelly, I have a dream na sana that the whole world would be consecrated to the Eucharist. One person at a time. One marriage at a time. One family at a time. One neighborhood at a time. One parish at a time. One diocese at a time. One country at a time. Alam niyo po dito, yung one person at a time, individual, yung babasa na lang natin ng 33 days, ayan, pwede natin i-consecrate ourselves to the Eucharist. One marriage at a time. Sino ang mag-husband and wife po dito? Okay. Pwede po yan. And later on, one family at a time. You can spread this to your family. And one neighbor at a time, one parish at a time. Though one parish at a time and diocese, ito na yung nangyayari ngayon. Our first, yung first na kick-off po namin is noong May 31. Sa lahat ng mga representative ng parishes sa Diocese of Baguio, 189 lahat po ang nag-attend or 192. Different parishes po. Alam ko dito sa St. Vincent, meron at 5, 4. O, konti na. And one country at a time. Titignan natin later on yung one country at a time. But before that, ano ba itong consecration? Consecration is develop yourself to God and make yourself 100% available to carry out His will on earth, ang ating Panginoon. It is an act of unconditional surrender to God. Iso-surrender po natin ang sarili natin sa Panginoon through the Eucharist. Okay? At ang sabi pa dito, that itong book na to, it's an invitation to participate in a sacred journey. And you know, for the past months, nagpipilgrim tayo kung saan mga different parishes. But for this one, it is a spiritual pilgrimage daily. Ito. It is a guide that will lead you to the essence of what it means to be a Catholic. It will change your life in the most marvelous of ways. And you know, brothers and sisters, dito ako na-trigger pa doon sa kay Matthew Kelly. Kasi sabi niya, yung crisis of faith. Yung modern Catholic Church are experiencing a crisis of faith ngayon. Kaya sabi niya, materialism and secularism have been eroding the faith of the Catholics for decades. Bakit? Tumuon, ang sabi pinakita niya dito in this book, statistics shows and reveal the breadth of this crisis. Kasi daw sa US, more than 50 million Catholics in US have stopped practicing their faith over the past 30 years. And more than half of American adults raised 52, Catholic, 52% have now left the church. Only 8% says returning to the Catholic Church. Ito yung pinakita niya dito sa book. More. For the past 35 years in US, sabi niya, they closed a Catholic parish every 3 days. And for the past 25 years in US, they closed a Catholic church every 4 days. Imagine. 4 days, huh? Over the past 50 years in US, they lost a Catholic priest from active service every day due to retirement. Then, meron din left from priesthood and voluntarily or removed from service. And you know, in 1973, sabi niya, there were 58 priests in US, average age was 35, and the only 10% were over 65. As of 2023, 2 years ago, there are 37,000 priests in US. The average age is 64, and 40% are over age of 65. And 33,500 parishes in US are now without resident priests. Ito po yung data niya. Makikita nyo from 65 to 2000 pa-declining to 2006 yung US parish priest. Yung parish without regular priest, paakyat siya. US priest ordination, pababa siya. And religious sisters, pababa rin siya. And US seminars, pababa rin siya. And you know, here in the Philippines, do ito, ginather ko na lang ito. First, that weekly church attendance has significant gone down from high of 64% in 1991 to of low 37% in February 2030. And second, that only 29% of Filipino Catholic consider themselves very religious daw pala. Compared to 50% among Protestant, 43% among INC, 30%, ang taas ng iba. Pero sa atin, 29%. And lastly, 9.2% out of 11 sometimes think of leaving the church. Ito. 7 out of 10 noong 2022. 7 out of 10 Filipino Catholic pray at least once a day. Okay. 38 attendance religious service once a week. And 93 person we go to place worship in the past 3 months. And saan ito? 7 out of 10 Filipino Catholic pray at least once a day, 35%. Once a day, 34%. Several times a week, 10%. Ito yung galing doon sa SWS na survey ng 4th quarter of 2022. Ano po yung impact dito? Dito, sa nakita po natin, may crisis. And ang tanong dito ngayon is, what are we going to do about it? Ano yung gagawin natin? Ang topic natin, our theme, deepening the love for the Eucharist is the answer. And you know, brothers and sisters, the good thing dito, sa Philippines, medyo okay naman. Kaya kasi, alam nyo dito sa book, meron siyang sinabi. Meron sinabi si Matthew Kelly. Wala. Anyway, kahit hindi na siguro, nabanggit niya kasi na ang Pilipinas daw, mayroon daw atang nangyari noon dito sa Manila about the Youth Day. Specify pa niya dito na yun daw pala ang Guinness World Record pala na pumasok. And talagang number one na sinabi niya dito, ang Philippines parang ina-uplift niya, parang kung siya bibilib siya sa Pilipinas. But then, ito ay isang gagawin natin. Deepening the love for the Eucharist. Okay? And dito kasi, the CPCP conference has addressed a perceived crisis of faith, particularly concerning Eucharist by emphasizing the importance of liturgical practices and the role of faith. The Church encourages faithful to engage actively in celebration of the Mass and to deepen their understanding of the Eucharist through catechesis and prayers, including adoration. Kasama na po yung adoration yung prayers. At sinabi pa ni CBCP President Pablo Virgilio de Brito, which is our Cardinal. We strongly encourage, sabi niya, our faithful to return to Sunday Eucharist with a purified heart, renewed amazement, and increased desire to meet the Lord, to be with Him, to receive Him, and bring Him to our brothers and sisters with the witness of a life full of faith, love, and hope. At sinabi pa dito ni Cardinal Jose Advincula, the head of the Manila Roman Catholic Church, emphasizes the need to ignite the faith of the Filipino Catholics to preserve them from falling into complacency and mediocrity. In his holy homily, he enlightened a challenge facing a predominantly Catholic nation, the risk of becoming lukewarm and nominal in our faith. And in addition dito sa introduction natin, nabanggit pa ni Matthew Kelly, those who believe don't live. Ang sabi niya dito is, what is the difference between the people who have left the Catholic Church over the past years and those who have stayed? Ito po, nabanggit kanina ni Sister Marlene, nabanggit kanina ni Sister Flor. Those who believe don't live. Believe what? Believe that Jesus is truly present in the Eucharist. The heart of Jesus is present in the Eucharist. The most effective way to bring back people back to Catholic Church is by facilitating them the powerful encounter with Jesus who lives among us in the Eucharist. He also emphasized what makes a Catholicism unique. Sabi niya, the Eucharist, Jesus Christ. Nabanggit kanina ni Sister Vicky, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Alpha and Omega, truly present body, blood, soul, and divinity, which is in the Eucharist. This is the difference. He also emphasized, sabi pa niya, the Eucharist is the answer. Many people encounter Jesus for the first time in their lives in adoration. Ito yung nabanggit ni Sister Vicky kanina, adoration before the Blessed Sacrament. A quiet place where people spend time with God. At ito yung gagawin nyo bukas. A peaceful place of refuge from busyness of life and noise of the world. Before 15 minutes adoration. Tapos mamaya, nagdagan ng 30 minutes. Tapos 1 hour. Minsan yung 2 hours parang kulang pa. Kung hindi lang siguro may mga, kung hindi lang sumakit yung tuhod, kaluluhod, tama na. Siguro tuloy-tuloy pa. But, you know, brothers and sisters, adoration before the Blessed Sacrament. Napakaganda. Very peaceful. A place to restore these priorities. It serves as a sanctuary to concentrate on the most important issues in a world overwhelming by chaos and distractions. Ang mundo natin, maraming distraction. Maganda pumunta ka sa Blessed Sacrament. Kahit gugulo na sila doon, nakafocus ka sa Panginoon. And a place simply to be with Jesus. Okay? Sabi dito, a place to restore the priorities. Ito, yung susunod. Renewal of Catholic Church will be a Eucharistic renewal. Now, paano natin gagawin? We need to consecrate ourselves to the Eucharist. Ano ba yung consecrate? Like in Exodus 32, chapter 32, verse 29, sabi, consecrate yourselves today to the Lord, that He may bestow upon you a blessing this day. And also in 1 Chronicle chapter 29 verse 5, ang sabi dito, who else among you will contribute generously and consecrate themselves to the Lord this day? Ang sagot is in Joshua, consecrate yourselves to the Lord, for tomorrow He will do wonders among you. Ito po yung gagawin natin dito sa 33 days to Eucharistic glory. Paano tayo mag-journey is 33 days? Yung 33 days consists of 4 weeks and 5 days lang naman. Each week is arranged around a theme and designed to prepare us for our consecration on the day, 33 days, but also educate and inspire us about the extraordinary power of the Eucharist. Ito ba yan? Yung first, kung ka nakategorize by week, first is introduction, which is today. Ang introduction natin is today. And if you want to begin tomorrow, or pwede nating sample lang ngayon, or if you think na bukas mag-umpisa na kayo, tapos magkakaroon kayo ng 33 days, then after that, if Father William will allow to consecrate you on the 33rd day, magkakaroon kayo ng consecration to the Eucharist. Okay? I think on July 9, hindi pa sure yan. Yung Olak, hindi pa, I think on July 9, pero hindi pa sure kung magka-consecrate sila for this. Kasi tapos na kasi sila ng 33 days. And ito, 1 week, ang discussion doon is the Eucharist and the Pilgrim. Week 2, the Eucharist and the Saints. Week 3, the Eucharist and Eucharist and History. And the final days, which is the 5 days, the moment of surrender. Paano po natin gagawin yan? Ito po yung mga topic. There's no need for me to discuss na lang naman. And ito, yung first week, mga topic dito na just passing through, week 3, ganyan. And then dito, ito yung mga saints na ma-encounter natin. Mother Teresa, St. Paul, St. Therese, St. Maximilian, St. Thomas, Sister Faustina, and Mother Mary. And the third week, ito, about you. All we need is rest, mga healer of soul, first lesson day, and so forth, and so forth. Yeah. Ano yung paano natin gagawin ito? Each day, siguro individual muna. Find a quiet place. Read day 1. Read a daily reflection. Read a daily reflection. Ponder one idea that struck you most from the reading of a few minutes. Pag nabasa nyo na ito, yung day 1, ano yung na-strike sa inyo? Ano, kasi yung lalabas dito na day 1, lesson 1, and virtue. Pwede nyo i-reflect ano yung virtue na yan. And pray the spiritual communion and look for opportunity to adopt the virtue of a day amidst your daily. Ganun lang po yung gagawin natin. Kagaya nung yung natapos sa 33 days yung 33 days St. Joseph at saka yung morning glory. Ganun lang po yung gagawin natin. But then, ito kasi na-focus sa Eucharist. Eucharist yan. Okay. So, kung gusto nyo later on, pwede namang mag-small group kayo in a week, kasi weekly ito na weekly small group session. Pwede kayo mag-usap-usap. 1 week, makikita kayo once a week. Ito po yung gagawin ninyo. Opening prayer, may discussion and question, tapos ano yung nakita nyo na virtue plan, what's next, and the closing prayer. Ang gagawin nyo lang po dito is mag-share lang po kayo kung ano yung na-reflect nyo within a day. For example, one day, day 1, day 2, day 7, nag-meet kayo, 7 kayo. Okay, sa'yo na yung day 1, sa'yo na yung day 2, day 3, day 4. Or kung ang mag-strike naman sa inyo is more sa day 3 lahat, okay, you can share. At least ma-share nyo kung ano yung mga na-reflect nyo about the topic at kung ano yung nag-strike sa inyo. Yun po yung gagawin ninyo sa 33 days. So, brothers and sisters, ito po yung gagawin natin. I have set, nag-provide lang kami ng example in a way na babasahin natin yung day 1, then ito, yung 3. Just passing through. Okay. Let us pray. Jesus, I invite you, sige po, make myself available to you. Help me to prepare for the total surrender, consecration to you in the Eucharist. I believe that you are who you say you are. I believe that you are truly present in the Eucharist. And I believe that you know to feed my soul perfectly with yourself. Help me to grow out in the doubts and unbelief that remain in my heart. Jesus, I believe. Jesus, I ask in you. Amen. So ito po yung prayer na gagawin ko in day 1. And kahit babasahin ko na lang po, this is the day 1. Sabi dito, this is the day that the Lord has made. Ang topic, ang title po dito is Just Passing Through. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. For thousands of years, men and women of every age, race, and culture have sought to understand the meaning of life. The people of our own time are no different. Throughout history, scientists and philosophers, theologians and artists, politicians and social activists, monks and sages, and men and women from all walks of life have discussed and debated many questions in the quest to discover the meaning of life. And while the discussion have been many and valid, all of the humanity searching for answers can be arranged under 5 questions. These are the 5 questions that humanity have been asking consciously and subconsciously since the beginning of human history. Although we may be unable to articulate them, you and I are constantly asking this question in our daily lives. Whether we are aware of it or not, our whole existence is a searching to answer these 5 questions. We seek answers to these questions directly and indirectly every day. And how we answer these questions determines the shape, form, and direction that our lives take. These are the 5 questions in every long to answer. Who am I? Where did I come from? What am I here for? How do I do it? Where am I going? Our journey together will answer these questions. It will be a journey from confusion to clarity, a journey from changes to order. Over the next 33 days, you will be clear about what matters most and what doesn't matter much at all. This clarity will be liberating and invigorating. The wisdom of young and innocent is unmatched. 5-year-old son Rap, yung anak niya, came into my study, sabi ni William Kelly. One day last week to say good night, I gave him a hug, huge hug and a kiss. And I said, "You are so delicious, Rapi. I love you for 2 forevers." Diba? "No, Daddy," sabi ng bata. "What do you mean?" Sabi ni William Kelly. "There is only one forever, Daddy," he said, with great confidence. "Really?" I question again. "Yes, this life is not forever. We are only passing through this world. The only forever is in heaven with God." Let's take a moment and sit with that. This is coming from the 5-year-old. This life is not forever. We are just passing through this world. Powerful. And it is a great place to begin our 33 days journey together. The truth, we are just passing through this world. We are pilgrims. Life is pilgrimage. It is a sacred journey toward a very specific destination. But we forget this or have never been taught it. We are just distracted and fall into thinking we are tourists. We are pilgrims. For thousands of years, men and women of all faith have been making pilgrimages. These sacred journeys are powerful experiences that people make in searching of God, His will, and His favor. Most of all, the sacred journey reminds us that life isn't a pilgrimage and that we are just passing through this place we call Earth. Over the 30 years, I have been exceeding fortunate to have an opportunity to visit many sacred sites. I have visited Fatima more than 55 times, Rome and Assisi, dozens of times, the Holy Land to walk where Jesus walked and witnessed the gospel, came alive like never before, and walked at Camino twice. On this sacred journey, traveling with pilgrims from walks of life, I have witnessed thousands of people have life-altering experience and have been personally transformed. I have also made pilgrimage to my local parish, the parish of my chapel, and the cathedral and basilicas of countless cities around the world. The pilgrimage doesn't need to be international adventure. And while I hope someday you can join my colleagues at a dynamic Catholic on one day of our extraordinary pilgrimages, it is crucial that we understand that this 33 days journey we are embarking on together is an equally powerful pilgrimage experience. When I would travel on pilgrimages with group, I always gather the pilgrimage together on the first evening after a long day of travel to focus their heart on 2 thoughts. This is the first. Life is a pilgrimage, but sometimes we need a pilgrimage to rediscover life. Sacred journeys focus our heart, minds, bodies, and soul on what matters most. This journey can confuse to clarity, all allows us to live more fully than ever before with passion and purpose. This is the second. Are you going to be the pilgrim or a tourist? Ito po, though ito in-explain na niya yung pang second day. There's no need. And ito na po yung lesson. In a day, ito po yung makikita nyo, life is a pilgrimage. We are just passing through. Dito po kayo mag-reflect. Or also, you can also reflect yung virtue of the day, patience. The virtue of patience deepens your ability to meet life's challenges. It is a form of suffering. Ayan, naka-explain. The often mad, it does character. Ito po yung mga i-reflect ninyo. Every day, iba-iba po yan. May lesson about what was discussed, a virtue, kung ano yung virtue na discuss every day. So, then, basahin niyo po yung spirit part of yun. This is your final and closing prayer every day. Throughout the 33 days, ito po yung binabasa ninyo na prayer. It is a spiritual continuing prayer. Yun lang po yung 33 days. Though, sana mayroon sana tayong groupings, but then, because of lack of time po siguro, and yung time to our Father William to talk for a while. Yung ito po pala, ito yung book. If you want na i-grab ito, it is 150 days. Nandito po. Okay. 150 days. Ay, 150 pesos pala. Hindi nga 150 days na nakuha na Sister Victoria. Ito kasi mahal to. 310 po ito, yung original. But then,